Let me take you to a moment in history, a moment not written in books, but carved in the essence of human experience. Imagine waking up not to the routine of the day, but to the extraordinary realization that the life you've been living is only a fraction of what it could be. This awakening is not reserved for the sages of ancient times or the heroes of mythology. It's a universal call, yours to answer. Seneca, the Stoic philosopher, once wrote, "As is a tale, so is life. Not how long it is, but how good it is what matters." These words are not just an observation, they are a challenge. Are you living a good tale? Are your days vibrant chapters of growth, or are they repetitive lines in a story yet unwritten? Today, I'm not here to hand you easy solutions. I'm here to guide you through 8 transformative habits that can pull you from the depths of stagnation and into a life of purpose and clarity. These habits are rooted in ancient wisdom and refined for modern living. They are not quick fixes, but enduring pillars that will reshape your existence if you commit to them. In this journey, we will walk alongside the Stoics, philosophers, and thinkers who wrestled with the same questions of meaning and growth that you face today. Together, we'll uncover the timeless truths that they lived by and explore how these truths can light the path to your transformation. These habits will challenge you. They will demand effort, reflection, and action. But in return, they promise a life where every sunrise feels like an invitation to greatness, not just another page of monotony. Prepare yourself, wisdom seekers. This is more than a video. This is your call to wake up, to change, to live. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't yet. Every like, subscribe helps us continue our mission of sharing knowledge, and leave a comment below and share your opinion on these habits, or tell me which one resonates with you the most. Ready to unlock more wisdom? Let's get started. Habit 1. Embrace the power of presence. Life is not measured in the hours we spend, but in the moments we truly live. Yet, how often do we allow ourselves to be truly present? The first habit, embracing the power of presence, is not about mindfulness as a fleeting trend, but as a profound way of existing in the world. To be present is to take ownership of your reality, to no longer live as a passenger in your own life. The ancient Stoics spoke often of this concept, though they didn't use the term presence. They called it living according to nature, existing in harmony with the unfolding moment and responding to it with clarity and intention. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher emperor, put it simply: you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. Consider this: every moment that passes without your awareness is a moment lost forever. You cannot store it, revisit it, or trade it for a more opportune time. The only currency you truly have is the present. Yet so many of us squander it, living in the shadows of regret for yesterday or fear for tomorrow. This habit is the antidote. To embrace presence, begin with your breath. It is the simplest and most profound tether to the now. Inhale deeply, and you are reminded that you are here, alive, and capable of action. This is not a ritual confined to meditation sessions. It is a discipline to be practiced in the chaos of work, in the quiet of solitude, and in the joy of human connection. But presence goes beyond awareness of the self. It is about immersing yourself fully in what you do. Whether you are writing, speaking, or simply listening to another, give that act your undivided attention. When you fragment your focus, you fragment your life. A divided mind cannot create, cannot love, cannot grow. Imagine for a moment the profound changes that could come from mastering this habit. When you eat, you savor the taste and nourishment instead of rushing through your meal distracted by your phone. When you work, you pour your energy into the task, finding fulfillment not in the results, but in the effort itself. When you engage with others, you listen not to reply, but to understand. Presence also requires courage. It demands that you confront what is, rather than escape into fantasies of what could be or what should have been. This is why so many shy away from it. The present moment often reveals truths we would rather avoid. But as Seneca reminds us, no man has ever been wise by chance. Facing the present is a deliberate act, and through it, wisdom is forged. Begin with small steps. For one day, set aside your distractions. Notice the patterns of your mind as it drifts, gently bringing it back to where you are. When you walk, notice the ground beneath your feet. When you speak, be conscious of the words you choose. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes. This habit is not merely an exercise in mindfulness, it is a reclamation of your life. When you live fully in the present, you are no longer bound by the mistakes of your past or the uncertainties of your future. You are free. Habit 2. Cultivate inner discipline. Discipline is the backbone of all transformation. Without it, even the grandest ambitions crumble into wishful thinking. The second habit, cultivating inner discipline, is about mastering the art of self-control. Not as a restriction, but as a liberation. When you learn to rule over your impulses, distractions, and fleeting desires, you gain the freedom to build the life you want. The Stoics viewed discipline not as a punishment, but as a form of self-respect. Epictetus, the freed slave turned philosopher, declared, "No man is free who is not master of himself." This mastery is not achieved overnight, nor is it achieved by sheer willpower alone. It is the result of deliberate practice and an unshakable commitment to your higher self. Think about the moments when you've made promises to yourself. Promises to wake up earlier, to exercise regularly, to read more, or to spend less time on distractions. How often have those promises been broken, not by external forces, but by your own lack of discipline? This is not a matter of weakness, it is a matter of habit. Discipline begins with clarity. You must define what you truly want and why it matters. Without a clear vision, discipline becomes a hollow exercise, a series of tasks performed without purpose. Take time to reflect deeply on your values and priorities. Write them down. Revisit them often. When you know your why, the how becomes easier to endure. But discipline also requires action, and action begins with small victories. Start with a single commitment, a morning routine, a daily walk, a period of focused work without distractions. Commit to it fully, no excuses. As you build this habit, your confidence grows, and the foundation of discipline strengthens. Here's where philosophy becomes your guide. The Stoics believed in the power of voluntary hardship. They practiced going without luxuries, enduring physical discomfort, and facing fears head-on. Not because they were masochists, but because they understood that resilience is born from challenge. Seneca wrote, "Set aside a certain number of days, during which you shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare, with coarse and rough dress, saying to yourself the while, 'Is this the condition that I feared?'" Modern life offers countless comforts, but those comforts often weaken our resolve. To cultivate discipline, you must step outside your comfort zone. This doesn't mean you need to live like a hermit, but it does mean choosing the path of growth over the path of ease. Wake up earlier than you'd like. Finish the project you've been avoiding. Say no to the distractions that pull you from your goals. Each act of discipline strengthens your willpower, just as each repetition strengthens a muscle. But discipline is not about rigidity, it is about balance. True discipline allows for rest, joy, and spontaneity, as long as they align with your greater purpose. It is not about depriving yourself of happiness, but about creating the conditions for deeper, more meaningful fulfillment. When you cultivate inner discipline, you are no longer at the mercy of fleeting desires or external circumstances. You become the architect of your life, capable of turning your vision into reality. And as you build this habit, you'll find that discipline spills over into every area of your life, from your work to your relationships to your personal growth. Discipline in its truest form is freedom. The freedom to choose your path, to stay the course, and to become the person you were meant to be. Commit to this habit, wisdom seekers, and watch as your life begins to change, not through luck, but through the power of your own resolve. Habit 3. Master the art of reflection. Growth is not simply a product of action, but of understanding. The third habit, mastering the art of reflection, is about pausing to examine your life, your choices, and your thoughts. It's about turning inward, shining a light on the inner workings of your mind, and uncovering the truths that guide or misguide your journey. Without reflection, even the most disciplined and present life risks veering off course. Socrates famously said, "The unexamined life is not worth living." This statement is not a condemnation, but an invitation. It is a reminder that the value of our existence is revealed when we dare to ask questions. Who am I? What do I want? What have I learned? Reflection is not about self-criticism, but about self-awareness. It is the process of observing your life as both participant and philosopher. To begin, reflection requires time and space. In our modern, fast-paced world, this can feel like a luxury, but it is a necessity. Create a ritual for yourself, whether it's a quiet moment in the morning, a walk in the evening, or a journal entry before bed. The form doesn't matter as much as the intention. What matters is that you carve out a moment to step away from the noise and turn inward. Start by asking yourself simple questions. What did I do well today? Where did I fall short? What could I do differently tomorrow? These questions may seem elementary, but their power lies in their consistency. Over time, they create a record of your growth and guide you toward the life you want to lead. Reflection also involves revisiting your goals and values. Are your daily actions aligned with what truly matters to you? The Stoics believed that virtue, living in accordance with reason and purpose, was the highest good. To reflect is to ensure that you are living virtuously, that your actions are not dictated by fleeting emotions or societal pressures, but by your own principles. Journaling is one of the most effective tools for reflection. Marcus Aurelius's Meditations is a testament to this practice. Though never intended for publication, his writings reveal a man deeply engaged in the process of understanding himself and his place in the world. In one passage, he writes, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." This is the essence of reflection. Not to dwell in endless contemplation, but to use your insights as a foundation for action. Reflection also requires honesty. It is tempting to sugarcoat your failures or inflate your successes, but growth comes from seeing yourself as you are, not as you wish to be. This doesn't mean being harsh or overly critical. It means being objective. Celebrate your progress, acknowledge your mistakes, and commit to continuous improvement. Consider integrating reflection into every aspect of your life. Reflect on your relationships. Are you giving as much as you're receiving? Reflect on your work. Are you contributing meaningfully or merely going through the motions? Reflect on your habits. Are they leading you closer to your goals or pulling you further away? The beauty of reflection is that it reveals patterns. Over time, you'll begin to see the recurring themes in your thoughts and behaviors. This awareness empowers you to break negative cycles and reinforce positive ones. Reflection transforms your life from a series of disconnected events into a coherent, purposeful narrative. But reflection is not just about looking inward. It's also about learning from the world around you. Study history, read philosophy, and observe the lives of others. As Seneca advises, associate with people who are likely to improve you. Their stories and struggles can offer valuable lessons and expand your perspective. Through reflection, you gain clarity. Clarity leads to action, and action, guided by reflection, leads to transformation. Habit 4. Practice voluntary simplicity. Life is often complicated, but it doesn't have to be. The fourth habit, practicing voluntary simplicity, is about removing the unnecessary clutter from your life so that you can focus on what truly matters. This is not about minimalism as a trend, but simplicity as a philosophy, a deliberate choice to value depth over excess, meaning over materialism. The Stoics understood the dangers of excess. Seneca wrote extensively about the perils of wealth and luxury, cautioning that they often enslave us rather than liberate us. It is not the man who has too little, he said, but the man who craves more, that is poor. Simplicity, then, is not about deprivation but about freedom. The freedom to live without being weighed down by the unnecessary. In today's world, the clutter is not just physical. It is digital, emotional, and mental. Emails flood our inboxes, notifications demand our attention, and societal pressures tell us to accumulate more possessions, more achievements, more status. Practicing voluntary simplicity is a rebellion against this chaos. It is a conscious decision to say, enough. Begin by decluttering your physical space. This is the most tangible step and often the easiest place to start. Go through your belongings and ask yourself, do I truly need this? Does it add value to my life? If the answer is no, let it go. The process of simplifying your environment creates a sense of order and clarity that extends to your mind. Next, address your digital life. Limit the time you spend on social media, unsubscribe from unnecessary emails, and curate your online experiences to align with your values. Your attention is one of your most precious resources. Spend it wisely. But the heart of simplicity lies in your mindset. It's about recognizing that happiness does not come from having more, but from appreciating what you already have. Practice gratitude daily. Remind yourself of the blessings in your life, your health, your relationships, your opportunities. Gratitude shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance, from craving to contentment. Simplicity also extends to how you spend your time. Prioritize the activities that bring you joy and fulfillment, and let go of the obligations that drain you. Learn to say no to commitments that don't align with your goals. As the philosopher Blaise Pascal observed, all of humanity's problems stem from man's inability to sit quietly in a room alone. Simplicity allows you to reclaim your time and direct it toward what truly matters. Voluntary simplicity is not about living without, it's about living with intention. It's about understanding that the quality of your life is not measured by what you own, but by who you are. When you embrace this habit, you create space for growth, creativity, and connection. You free yourself from the endless pursuit of more and discover the profound joy of enough. Through simplicity, you align your life with your values. You cultivate clarity, focus, and peace. And in doing so, you unlock the potential for a life that is not just successful, but meaningful. Habit 5. Cultivate emotional mastery. Emotions are a double-edged sword. They can propel us to extraordinary heights or drag us into the depths of despair. The 5th habit, cultivating emotional mastery, is about learning to navigate the complex terrain of your inner world. It's not about suppressing your feelings or pretending to be unshaken. Instead, it's about understanding, managing, and channeling your emotions in ways that serve your higher purpose. The Stoics held emotional mastery in high regard. They believed that while emotions are natural, we must never become their slaves. Epictetus reminds us, men are disturbed not by things, but by the views they take of them. This statement encapsulates the essence of emotional mastery. Our emotions do not arise from events themselves, but from the interpretations we assign to those events. To master your emotions, begin by cultivating awareness. Notice how you feel in different situations, and observe your emotional triggers. Do you feel anger when criticized? Fear when facing uncertainty? Sadness when reflecting on the past? Understanding the roots of your emotions is the first step to mastering them. Journaling can be a powerful tool here, helping you identify patterns and gain clarity. Once you've developed awareness, practice reframing. This involves challenging the narratives that fuel negative emotions and replacing them with empowering perspectives. For example, if you feel anger when someone insults you, consider whether their words reflect their own insecurities rather than any truth about you. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." Reframing puts that power into practice. Breath control is another essential skill for emotional mastery. When emotions run high, the body responds, your heart races, your muscles tense, your breathing quickens. By consciously slowing your breath, you send a signal to your nervous system to calm down. This simple technique can help you regain control in moments of emotional intensity. Emotional mastery also involves choosing your responses. Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor and psychiatrist, famously said, "Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space lies our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom." In difficult situations, take a moment to pause before reacting. Ask yourself, what is the most constructive way to respond? What aligns with my values and goals? This habit extends beyond managing negative emotions. It also involves cultivating positive ones. Gratitude, as discussed earlier, is a powerful way to foster joy and contentment. Acts of kindness and service can generate feelings of connection and purpose. And pursuing meaningful goals can inspire motivation and fulfillment. Emotional mastery is not about becoming emotionless. It's about creating a rich, balanced emotional landscape. Finally, practice acceptance. Some emotions, particularly grief and sorrow, are inevitable in life. To resist them is to prolong your suffering. Instead, allow yourself to feel them fully, without judgment, and let them pass in their own time. As the Stoics remind us, all things are transient, including our emotions. Through emotional mastery, you reclaim control over your inner world. You become the captain of your ship, steering it through calm waters and turbulent storms alike. This habit not only empowers you, but also enriches your relationships and enhances your overall well-being. Habit 6. Harness the strength of gratitude. Gratitude is the foundation of a fulfilled life. It is the lens through which we see the abundance we already possess, instead of fixating on what we lack. The 6th habit, harnessing the strength of gratitude, is about cultivating a mindset that transforms ordinary moments into profound experiences and turns life's challenges into opportunities for growth. The Stoics revered gratitude, though they often expressed it in terms of acknowledging the natural order of the universe. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, when you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love. These words are not a call for fleeting optimism, but a profound practice of recognizing the miracle of existence itself. Gratitude begins with awareness. Often we move through life blinded by the mundane, taking for granted the very things we once dreamed of or worked hard to achieve. The warmth of a home, the companionship of loved ones, the food on our table. These are not small blessings, yet they fade into the background as we chase the next desire. The practice of gratitude brings them back into focus. Start your practice of gratitude by setting aside a few moments each day to reflect. You can write in a journal, listing 3 things you are grateful for. This is not a superficial exercise, but a deliberate act of shifting your perspective. Dig deep. Instead of merely stating, "I am grateful for my family," consider why. Perhaps it's the way they support you unconditionally or the laughter they bring into your life. Be specific, but gratitude is not just about acknowledging the good, it's about reframing the difficult. The Stoics often spoke of amor fati, the love of fate, which means embracing everything that happens, even the hardships. Epictetus teaches us, do not seek for things to happen the way you want them to. Rather, wish that what happens happens the way it happens. Then you will be happy. Gratitude for adversity is not about denying pain or struggle, but recognizing the strength, wisdom, and resilience they cultivate in us. This perspective requires practice. When faced with a challenge, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this experience make me stronger or wiser? Over time, you'll find that even life's setbacks carry hidden gifts. Gratitude is also a force that strengthens relationships. When you express genuine appreciation for others, you deepen your connections and create a ripple effect of positivity. Take time to thank the people in your life, not just for grand gestures, but for the small, everyday ways they make your world brighter. A heartfelt acknowledgement can transform a moment and nurture a bond. Gratitude, like any habit, is a muscle that grows stronger with use. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes. You'll begin to notice the beauty in small things, a stranger's kindness, the colors of a sunset, the quiet moments of peace in your day. Gratitude transforms your outlook, making even the simplest experiences rich with meaning. Through gratitude, you align yourself with the flow of life. You stop resisting what is and start appreciating what can be. And as you cultivate this habit, you'll find that your life becomes not only more joyful, but more resilient. For when you live with gratitude, every moment, good or bad, becomes a stepping stone on the path to a fuller, more meaningful existence. Habit 7. Build resilience through adversity. Life will test you. This is not a possibility, it is a certainty. The 7th habit, building resilience through adversity, is about transforming those tests into triumphs. It is about becoming not just unbreakable, but unshakable, a person who not only survives life's storms, but thrives because of them. The Stoics viewed adversity as an essential part of life, not something to be feared or avoided. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." These words encapsulate the essence of resilience, the understanding that obstacles are not barriers to progress, but the very means by which progress is made. Resilience begins with a shift in perspective. Challenges are not punishments, they are opportunities. Each setback, failure, or hardship is a chance to grow stronger, to learn, and to rise. This mindset is not about denying pain or difficulty, but about finding meaning within it. To cultivate resilience, start by embracing discomfort. Modern life often lulls us into a false sense of security, encouraging us to seek comfort at every turn. But growth happens at the edge of our comfort zones. Voluntary hardship, a practice embraced by the Stoics, is a powerful way to build resilience. fast for a day, take a cold shower, or push yourself physically or mentally in ways that test your limits. These small acts of deliberate challenge prepare you for the larger trials that life will inevitably bring. Resilience also requires self-awareness. When faced with adversity, take a step back and observe your emotions. Are you overwhelmed by fear, anger, or frustration? These feelings are natural, but they do not define you. As Epictetus reminds us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. By cultivating awareness, you can choose your response rather than being ruled by your reactions. Another key to resilience is building a strong support system. Surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire you. Share your struggles with those you trust, and don't hesitate to seek help when you need it. Resilience is not about going it alone. It's about drawing strength from within and from others. Resilience also grows through reflection. After facing a challenge, take time to evaluate it. What did you learn? How did you grow? Each experience, no matter how painful, carries lessons that can shape your future. Over time, you'll find that your struggles have not weakened you, but forged you into someone stronger, wiser, and more capable. Lastly, resilience is rooted in purpose. When you have a clear sense of why you're enduring a challenge, the how becomes more bearable. Nietzsche famously said, "He who has a why to live can bear almost any how." Define your purpose, whether it's your family, your goals, or your principles, and let it guide you through life's darkest moments. Adversity is not a curse, it is a crucible. It refines you, shapes you, and reveals the depths of your strength. By building resilience, you equip yourself not only to withstand life's difficulties, but to emerge from them transformed. Through this habit, you become a warrior of life, capable of facing any challenge with grace and courage. Habit 8. Embody the pursuit of purpose. At the core of a meaningful life lies a singular defining question: why are you here? The eighth and final habit, embodying the pursuit of purpose, is about discovering and living in alignment with your deepest values and aspirations. It is the culmination of all the other habits, for without purpose, even the most disciplined and virtuous life lacks direction. The Stoics placed immense importance on living a life of purpose. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on his role in the greater order of the universe, writing, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." This is the essence of purpose. It is not an abstract concept, but a way of being. To begin embodying your purpose, you must first identify it. This requires introspection and honesty. What truly matters to you? What values define you? What legacy do you wish to leave behind? Purpose is not necessarily tied to grand achievements or societal accolades. It can be as simple as being a loving parent, a loyal friend, or a force for kindness in the world. Clarify your purpose by reflecting on the intersection of your passions, skills, and the needs of others. The Japanese concept of ikigai, or reason for being, offers a useful framework. It suggests that purpose lies where what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be rewarded for converge. Once you've identified your purpose, align your daily actions with it. Purpose is not something you achieve, it is something you live. Every choice you make, every habit you cultivate, every relationship you nurture should reflect your purpose. This alignment creates a sense of coherence and fulfillment, turning even mundane tasks into meaningful acts. Purpose also provides resilience. When you know your why, you can endure any how. Viktor Frankl's experiences in concentration camps revealed that those who survived were often those who had a purpose to live for. Whether it's your family, your dreams, or your principles, your purpose gives you the strength to persevere in the face of adversity. Living with purpose also means embracing growth. Your purpose may evolve over time as you gain new insights and experiences. This is natural and should be welcomed. The pursuit of purpose is not a destination but a journey, a continuous process of becoming. Finally, purpose is not just about yourself. It is about contributing to something larger than you. This could be your community, your environment, or humanity as a whole. As the Stoics believed, we are all interconnected, and our actions ripple outward in ways we may never fully comprehend. Living a life of purpose is the ultimate expression of who you are. It is the guiding star that illuminates your path, the anchor that steadies you in turbulent times, and the fire that fuels your passion and drive. Through this habit, you transform your life into a masterpiece of meaning and impact. Final thoughts. The power to transform your life is in your hands. Wisdom seekers, as we come to the end of this journey, take a moment to reflect on the habits we've explored together. These are not just ideas or philosophies. They are tools, tested by time, refined by the great minds of history, and waiting for you to use them in your own life. The 8 habits we've discussed, embracing stillness, cultivating discipline, living intentionally, nurturing resilience, mastering emotions, harnessing gratitude, pursuing self-knowledge, and embodying purpose, are a framework for transformation. They are not mere steps. They are ways of being, paths to becoming the person you are capable of being. The Stoics believed that the ultimate purpose of life is eudaimonia, often translated as flourishing or living in harmony with nature. These habits are your path to flourishing. They equip you to face life's challenges with courage, to savor its joys with gratitude, and to navigate its complexities with wisdom. But knowledge alone is not enough. Action is what bridges the gap between the life you have and the life you desire. Seneca wrote, "While we waste our time hesitating and postponing, life is slipping away. Start now. Choose one habit, one principle, one small step you can take today, and commit to it fully." Transformation doesn't happen overnight. It is a process, often slow and challenging. But with each step, you grow stronger. With each challenge, you become wiser. And with each moment of intentional living, you move closer to the life you are meant to live. Remember, the power to change your life lies not in some distant future or external circumstance. It lies within you, here and now. You are the architect of your destiny, the writer of your story, the master of your fate. So wisdom seekers, go forth with courage and conviction. Embrace these habits, embody these principles, and transform your life from the inside out. The road ahead is yours to walk, and with every step, you are not just changing your life, you are becoming the best version of yourself. The journey is yours. Make it extraordinary.